Nick and Tyler again, watching another UFL showdown. We might have some future guests. I just saw my phone pop off, so that's a good sign of that. But for now, we got Tyler Price back here helping me
Hey again,
out.
Nick.
Watching
Good to be
another
back.
game that we got 20-6. DC Defenders are winning by a lot. I don't know. Hopefully, the game ends up much more entertaining this time.
Yeah,
right, than the last one.
Yeah, that last one was pretty exciting, but this one's looking like DC has it pretty well in hand early, but hopefully that gets a little bit more fun.
For sure. Did they? I think that's Duggan. That might not be Duggan. Oh, yeah, I got a confirmation. Duggan. Tyler, you might not know this too much, but Max Duggan is the head quarterback of the St. Louis Battlehawks.
Okay.
I guess because of his performance, they benched him.
Really?
Yeah. A little
Middle of the
shock.
playoffs, huh?
Weird time.
Yeah,
Weird time.
If you're a fan of that team, you're not feeling very good about that. Regardless how you feel about the backup, that doesn't make you feel good, I don't think.
No, little desperation. Yeah, there's Max Duggan right over there. Sitting on the bench. We'll see how this goes, but yeah. For anyone that doesn't know, Tyler Price, he's a little new to this game. He just watched it. This is his second UFL game now. He watched the first one, and I'm just trying to introduce him, showing him the game. So he's probably going to ask random questions throughout it, and if he does, I'm here to answer them.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it so far. Watched the first game earlier today. That was my first look at the UFL, and like I said earlier, it's very, very much analogous to the NFL quality that I'm used to. So this has been great. So I'm looking forward to it. Hoping for a little bit more contention here, but other than that,
well, I think it will. I think it.
Think it has a chance.
Yeah, well, I really like the St. Louis Battlehawks. I think they have an offense that can run with any other quarterback. So I think it should still be a good game, even though it's 20-6. Don't be too shocked. I will say both teams capitalize off the run game, so which is a problem right now for St. Louis.
You mentioned they benched. Is it Duggan?
Duggan, yeah, he's mainly a running quarterback.
I was gonna say I'm looking here. He's 12th in the league for rushing, but he's tied for second for rushing touchdowns.
You're seeing exactly what I'm seeing, and looks like they're going to go for it on 4th and 6 here. Let's see how this plays out. And Tyler, I might already know.
Probably do.
If I was a betting man, I'd say no. You're not going to get it.
I think so. But
you let me know.
That's why we play the game.
That's why we play the game. But did they get the 4th and 6?
See, those are the moments where it's like obvious that they're not going to get it. When they do get it, it's the most impactful moments.
Bingo. Oh, although we have a penalty. They're super challenging, by the way, Tyler. Get ready.
Okay. What are they super challenging here?
So this is the beauty of the game. You could just make up a reason why you're super challenging. So it could be a holding call. It could be
I like
you can make it up. like find a penalty and get it out there.
Just make an appeal.
They're gonna go with pass interference, and you're gonna see it here in a second. Yeah, he did hit the player before he caught the ball. I think they might actually get it.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the replay here, but how does that rule compare to the NFL's? Is that pretty similar?
When you're talking about pass interference?
Am I looking for the same things pretty much across the board in regards to what we're looking for in defender and receiver interactions? offsides, just the normal penalties that you see.
Yeah. The rules are the same when it comes to pass interference.
Yeah.
Obviously, the wide receiver has the right to the ball, and if the player hits him beforehand, um, no good there. I don't see much of a difference too much in the UFL compared to the NFL when it comes to most of the rules, actually, like offsides.
Okay. I didn't figure. I just, haven't seen, so I gotta ask. But I don't know if they've made that ruling yet. I know I'm a little bit behind, but to me, that definitely looks like pass interference.
It looks like pass interference to me. I think if it's anything but, it's a bad
Are they still
call.
talking about it?
I couldn't hear. I couldn't hear them, so I don't know. I have it on low volume, so it doesn't get picked up by the mic. But we're about to find out.
Yeah, I
Feel
can't
free
imagine them
to.
calling that differently.
There's a big joke in radio where when people are talking about things that other people know about, they're slamming the dashboard on their car radio.
Yeah.
So, audience members, if we're irritating the hell out of you, go ahead and post in that gray box that looks mighty empty. Mighty empty.
Yeah, let us know.
Let us know if we don't know what we're talking about. Please
Fill out the
correct
comment
us.
card, drop it in the box. How can
Yeah.
we improve your experience?
The goal is to cover 25% of Tyler. If you can do that, then we're winning.
Yeah, just get there. I'll there.
There you go. Yeah,
You can just cover
that's
me
what we
up.
want. That's what we
Yeah.
want.
I mean, who wants this?
Yeah. No,
Isn't that
cover
better?
it up.
Cover it up.
Yeah. Let's cover it up. With the
I'm gonna
comments,
feel bad
but
if y'all start sending messages now. Don't do that.
yeah. Once I start sending them, you're gonna be like, oh, they
Yeah,
hate me.
that's the thing that got it. We gotta that can't be the thing. That can't be the
We,
thing. Don't make that the thing.
Yeah, Tyler, welcome to a public medium. If you're hated, get used to it, buddy. They will criticize you.
Ouch.
And we are on X, which is one of the worst platforms for that. Not a friendly platform. not a friendly one.
No,
But
no. I'll just try to be better then.
yeah,
That'll be my approach.
yeah, keep your feelings to yourself. Okay, we got no time.
Just in here and deep down, and never
Yeah,
bring them up.
never bring them out
again.
again.
That'll be better.
What if I win?
See, you don't win. Oh, they're giving Matthew McConaughey a pap smear. This is not what I signed up to broadcast.
You wanted a pap smear from Matthew McConaughey. That's what you
That was
want.
a Salesforce commercial?
Dude. Okay, I'm gonna catch you up when you get there. They did not overturn it.
Really?
Yeah, I disagree with that.
Yeah.
That's pass interference.
I can't imagine. I mean, where was he on the field? Was he too close or something?
I don't know what the excuse is. Who cares? The guy threw the football and
Yeah.
he got hit before he even had a chance to catch it.
Yeah.
Well, how could you?
It's coming back for me. Let's see.
That's
We're
a
dealing
bad
with
call.
a little bit of a delay here, so sorry about that.
Oh, but that's a bad call though.
Yeah.
You can't.
I can't imagine why that didn't get overturned other than the fact it's what it was called on the field. Is that kind of the same here?
Yeah. So
But there's
Pereira.
clearly evidence to overturn that, I think.
Yeah, that was a terrible. That was bad. That was bad. I
Yeah.
wish we could actually hear what Pereira was saying there, but it is what it is. Damn. That's a bad call. Bad call. So the DC defenders have the ball back, and now they're going to start running. Seeing what they end up doing here.
So In between the plays here, kind of give me the rundown on these two teams. What's the story of this matchup? What's at stake? What's the deal? This is the
I
lighter
love.
half of the draw, if what we saw earlier is to be believed, right?
Well, let me start with they're both well coached teams. These are actually one of my favorite teams in the UFL. St. Louis Battlehawks, they're the ones that have been good for quite some time. They didn't make the playoffs last year because of yeah. No, they did actually. I'm sorry, my apologies. They did make it to the playoffs last year, but they didn't end up going far because they had quarterback injuries. They had AJ McCarron, the
Really?
Alabama.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay.
pretty good
There's
quarterback.
there's a lot more recognizable names in this league than I thought there would be.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean,
and
it's
so
not
he,
like it's still just a handful, but like every once in a while you pull one up, I'm just like, oh, there's another one.
yeah, and AJ McCarron was one of them, and he was a big name that was going into it. Um, Now, AJ McCarron ended up getting injured, and Manny Wilkins took over the starting job
Okay.
because he got injured. And Manny Wilkins put on a good game, did the best he could against the Brahmas, but it just didn't pan out, and they ended up losing that football game. Uh,
That was to go to the
so
playoffs.
that was to go to the championship.
Oh,
The
okay.
year
So they had a deep run last year too.
Yeah, yeah, they made it to the playoffs. I mean, the deep runs are just making it to the playoffs in this league.
Oh, is it a
It's only
pretty
four
short
teams that can make it.
playoff
Yeah,
format?
there's only 8 teams
Oh, so
in
this is
this.
this is the first week of the playoffs then.
Correct.
Oh, okay. I heard semis and I assumed we were deep in the tournament, but I guess how many teams are there in the league?
8.
Okay, that makes sense then.
So there's 8 teams in the league, and a little before that though, they made it to the. They didn't make it to the playoffs off just weird. They were in the wrong conference before in the XFL.
Yeah.
And the Renegades found a way to sneak their way in because they were in the wrong division. So
Yeah.
the Renegades ended up making it with a 4-6 record, and they were
Okay.
like, I think it was 6-4. They were
I love a
actually a better
wonky win.
team,
That's a
but they were
wonky
in
win,
the
and I love that.
yeah, and they were in the wrong conference, so they didn't make it to the playoffs. Renegades ended up winning the XFL championship because of that, and
Nice.
uh, that team doesn't. So St. Louis Battlehawks have a little bit of a sour grapes thing on this thing. They can never make it to the next level.
Yeah.
This year they had Manny Wilkins, who actually started the year pretty hot and looked really good, and didn't. Oh, geez, and they didn't end up. They still ended up making it to the playoffs because they're a pretty good, well coached team. But Manny Wilkins got hurt. Max Duggan took over. Max Duggan can't throw the football that well, as you saw with the stats, but he's able to run it, and he's a little bit more of a scrappy guy. Uh,
Yeah. I
and
see
now,
he's tied for 8th in the league in his ratio.
yeah, not the best.
It's not great.
So, but they're good. They're a really good team. They've always have been. So this isn't a shocker that they still made it to the playoffs with that. The DC Defenders, on the other hand, have the MVP on their hand. The Teamu, their quarterback, is an
Uh-huh.
MVP caliber quarterback. I don't
Okay.
know if you just saw his previous play, but he just threw a pretty big pass.
I think I'm seeing it now.
Yeah, and
Oh
this
yeah.
team, same
Oh,
boat.
great tackle. I mean, not great to fall down to make before you made the tackle, but great save.
Yeah, saved it right before the end zone.
Big
I think
pass
they
though.
score later. I'm not a betting guy, but I think they do. But
You're really on it today with these predictions. You've been spot on. We should be just through the roof with views. I can't believe how accurate it's been.
I think this is a great time to mention Tony Romo again. I'm just that guy.
Now you're really just inflating views for no reason. You got to quit doing that. Veer into a Tony Romo hour, and we're gonna have too many people to be able to respond to.
Right.
You were right again.
Was
All right,
Tony
Abe.
Romo great? 888-367-26. Go ahead. Post your comments.
Wasn't there a point after high school when we were like, Let's just do a sports podcast and talk about Tony. I think this is somehow fulfilling a childhood thing, some on some level.
Absolutely, man. Look, I'm telling you, if we had if it was just as cheap, we could have just been talking Tony Romo 24/7 with cheap mics. And, they would
Yeah,
have
we could have
loved
been doing
us.
this for 10 years. What have we been
I'd
thinking?
probably be more passionate. I've lost lost that same kind of vigor that I had back then.
For
But
the NFL, you mean?
oh, just football. Like I
Yeah,
watch it now as like analytically, but not as a
right.
fan anymore. If the Renegades were here, I promise you, I'd be slamming my beer across the TV and all
You
that.
say that you
Lose my
don't
mind.
watch as a fan, but I've watched many games with you. I've seen you watch a rugby game on mute at a bar that we didn't know how rugby worked, and you got really into it. So I
I get mad.
don't let him convince you that he's not watching as a fan as well.
I get mad when the refs make a bad call that I don't know the rules about. I get upset, man. Nothing like me.
Those guys need to understand their own rules better. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, it's your sport that's stupid.
All right, I've got a commercial on my end, so I'm gonna run to the bathroom and grab another drink, and I'll be right back.
Yeah, go for it. Blackberry Dr. Pepper. I don't know about that. I don't know if I'm a fan of that. Blackberry Dr. Pepper 0. I think I can deal with that. I can give it a try. That sounds pretty good. But yeah, for people that are tuning in, this is the UFL Homer Hour. This is usually with Nick and Rob. Rob is a little busy right now, so I've got Tyler on. Tyler, he is simply a football fan, but not too much into the UFL. I'm kind of catching him up a little with the UFL, trying to get him into the game. But we're just trying to watch it live and giving you some feedback as it happens. Feel free to comment in the threads if you're interested in anything that we're talking about, or not interested. Let us know, and we'll be sure to make a comment off it. Right now, the DC Defenders are looking like the overall better team out there right now. The Max Duggan. I don't know if you guys are for the ones that aren't watching. Max Duggan was the St. Louis Battlehawks starting quarterback. He just recently got benched, and it looks like bad news for St. Louis fans. I feel really bad for them right now because they have a great fan base, but um, it looks like Shannon Harris's DC Defenders are cooking right now. Teamu playing like he does, MVP level. If things go the course, and I think they are going to go their course, DC Defenders are going to end up playing against the Michigan Panthers. So we're going to get the Bryce Perkins and Teamu matchup that we were all asking for in the beginning of the year. So, I expect a good championship game, but right now the XFL Conference Championship, it's looking a little lackluster, but we'll see if the Battlehawks can respond. And Shannon Harris might be considered the interim coach, but I think Shannon Harris is going to end up taking that team. There's no reason to hire anyone else, so don't be too surprised if he gets a job. Oh, there we go. Big pass by the St. Louis Battlehawks, and they're moving. And they get it at the 30. This is huge. Big catch by a person over there to get it over there by the 30. Um, that was huge. That was a huge play. They needed that. Boy, did they need that. Weird sidearm throw, but it ended up making it over there. And they're at 30. This is huge. Running no huddle, looks like. Silvers tried to throw it to the person again and didn't look like that worked out. So, not a good play.
Welcome back to
Hello,
me.
buddy.
Hello.
Tyler's back, buddy.
I'm back.
The 12 listeners were really missing you.
I was gonna say it seemed like they just completely stopped talking as soon as I left.
No. That's been blank the whole time. Actually, it was constant shitting on you the entire time, and I deleted it.
That was really nice of you. You know how fragile my ego is, so thanks a lot for that.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think he can handle this. I don't think he can handle this.
He's not gonna be able to take that one. No, let's just maybe when he's a little older, we'll show him.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, America is 69. You should not say that about Tyler's mom, okay? She's a sweet lady. I met her. She is sweet.
She's super nice. You would love her. She's super nice.
Kay is a saint. I tell you.
Dorothy Mantooth is a saint.
Is a saint. Whoa. Now we got sailors. I know I'm reacting a little too. By the way, the Battlehawks are driving right now, so they might be able to respond to that thing. You score a touchdown. Obviously, early in the game, I'm already doing this. You get it within 13. I know what you're about to
say. I know what you're going to say.
You get it within 13.
We got a game here.
Yeah, we're talking third quarter. Battlehawks are cooking. They have a great defense. This thing's within, the sphere. We pulled it off.
Yeah.
Anything can happen, Tyler. Anything can happen.
Was that not an interception for the other team that's winning?
No,
it wasn't. It wasn't. That must have been earlier. I just saw a replay.
Yeah, welcome to live. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That looked pretty good. That thing you saw 45 seconds earlier.
Yeah. You started to see it.
That was really good. You were right. You were right. When I saw it, it was great.
Ooh. Damn.
It's like that?
Yeah, I don't know how to not react.
No, you should react. And I'm just gonna ask really ambiguous questions like what happened there, Nick?
Well, what
happened there?
Oh, I should mention this. Okay. By the way, because he threw it in that direction, but it didn't end up working out. It ended up being Thompson. This guy, Hakeem Butler, number 88 for the St. Louis Battlehawks. I kid you not. One, never played for the Cowboys. I thought he did, but he didn't. There he is. There he is.
There he is, okay. Man. Tell us what just happened right there.
Yeah, they scored a touchdown. Hey, Hakeem Butler is legit, okay? And notice his number. It's 88. I swear to God, this guy is a hyper Cowboys fan because he also plays like Dez. He plays like Michael Irvin. He's just a big, physical, you throw it up, I get the ball, call it a day. And he's a good route runner too. But if you think like Dez, the guy plays like that. And he wears the number 88. Why did he choose that number?
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, it's got to be something he looked up to, of course. Yeah. I mean, why not? You probably choose that number when you're a child, right? You pick it when you're a kid and you're coming up through all the different sports leagues that you play through. And then you just keep it, right? Because it's your idol.
Yeah. I think this guy is a legitimate Cowboys fan. I've never heard interviews where they talk about it. Ooh, they're challenging that touchdown. By the way, they're going to make something up. Okay. They're going to try to cook some reason to get it rid of it.
Butler did spend some time in the NFL, though. He didn't spend any time with the Cowboys. He was with the Panthers, the Eagles. Looks like British Columbia Lions, the CFL, Edmonton, Steelers, and the Bengals.
But if you watch him, this guy should be in the
0 catches in 2 games.
Oh, with who?
It didn't say who. I was just I'm just pulling up random info about people you name. Being
But
Keller
seriously,
guy.
watch him. Are you up to date with the touchdown?
Yeah, I saw the touchdown go through. That looked
Isn't
good. What
that
are they
crazy?
challenging?
I don't know. They're gonna make
Yeah,
something up, try to
I
challenge
the
it.
the play the play that was happening on my screen when you were describing how he was just like Dez was the one where the ball was thrown right to him on the right side of the end zone and he wasn't looking and it almost got intercepted. And I was like, I mean,
Okay.
I can disregard this and see your point if he just scores a touchdown.
And then you see the touchdown, and you're like,
Yeah,
"Oh, okay, I see what he's talking
right,
about."
right.
No, this guy is. What are they doing? Call stands, call stands. So the
Okay.
Battlehawks will. Yeah, there's nothing to challenge. I don't understand what they're
I didn't
challenging.
see anything worth challenging there.
No.
I
Well, the
mean,
good
there's
news is
clear
they're both at.
separation, clear control. Yeah. I mean, he went to the ground, but it looked like he had two hands on it and had it at his chest before he even started to fall to me. So,
Yeah, in my
or at
opinion,
least
that
close.
thing. Oh my God! Why did you throw that? That was awful. I wouldn't have
Really
done that.
great fingertip grab.
It's a beautiful catch. It
Yeah.
really is. Damn, baby. No, he's got it. I like him a lot. Hakeem Butler, I think, should make it to the NFL. I don't know.
So what do you think is he was missing when he was with because he got drafted in the fourth round in 2019 by the Cardinals, um, and clearly had some time with a lot of teams, and it didn't really work out. It looks like he's gained something. What's the difference?
Well, if I remember correctly, when he was drafted in the fourth round, a lot of people liked him heading to the Cardinals. I remember that being in the fantasy rookie league, and they were all glamorizing. They think he was
I remember his
underrated for
name from
sure.
then too, which is rare because I don't usually pay that much attention to rookies coming into the NFL.
That's
So
a great thing about rookie leagues. You learn about weird players that you just don't pay too much attention to. I don't know. I don't know. He runs fast enough. He's not the fastest guy. I guess that could be one thing. Uh, one thing's for sure, he's strong and he can overpower a lot of cornerbacks, and he's a good route runner. I think what the NFL misses out on is that kind of player is starting to go away. They would rather
yeah,
you be like a CD Lamb type or, um, you know, I'm trying to think. The player
kind of
from
that
Minnesota.
hybrid
Minnesota.
big guy that can be
Who's a Minnesota guy? I don't know why it's not clicking
Oh,
my head.
Jefferson?
Jefferson, yeah, yeah. So like someone like Jefferson, it's this weird hybrid. They're not big and they don't go get it. They're just good route runners, shifty, and then they can go be open for the ball. Uh, but in the old days of Anquan Bolton,
I
for
mean, those
instance,
dudes do certainly seem to be dominating the NFL though,
for sure.
in the defense of that move. But go on. I want to hear your point, but I want to hear how you defend that one too because I'm interested.
Absolutely. No. You're 100% right. That those guys are phenoms or psychopaths. They're really good players. Jamar Chase is another one
Yeah, one.
uh,
Yeah,
that could, I mean, they just get open. Who
right.
cares how that
Yeah,
happens? They just get open. But what I think the NFL misses out on is sometimes the go up and go get it guys are still big. They're still
yeah.
huge. And Anquan Bolton, for instance, I
That's
remember.
kind of what Jimmy Graham did when he came up with the Saints. He wasn't doing anything other than being bigger than those dudes and jumping straight up and catching the ball really high.
Yeah,
you know,
and I don't
I
think they're
think he
paying
got a
this.
lot better when he went to the Seahawks at like actually, but I don't want to
No, I
crap
think
on
you're
Jimmy Graham's
100% right.
game,
I think
but
he was good with the Saints because Drew Brees was like, I know what he is. I can do this. You just
yeah,
give it up to him every once in a while. Same with Dez, like Dez with the Cowboys. Tony Romo knew, look, one-on-one coverage. I'm just gonna give Dez a shot. Like I'm not gonna.
yeah. I mean,
I'm just gonna let Dez
it's
cook.
worth a coin flip at that point,
Yeah,
if you know
it's a
what you're
50-50
dealing with.
ball. And statistically, it might not be great all the time, but every once in a while, just geez, I'm trying to get the defense off my toes for just 2 seconds. So if I
Yeah.
could get it to these guys, it'd be great. And so I think the NFL is not valuing that style of player right now. And it's hurting them because
Yeah.
if you
I
think you're
could
your
see that.
top what, yeah, I think you're your top wide receivers in the NFL right now. They're not that guy, you know.
No, they're not. You're right.
Anquan Bolton was like one of the best fantasy wide receivers out there when back in our day, right? Like because he would
Yeah.
get PPR stats, he would just catch the ball. I don't need much. I just need a guy that'll catch the ball.
Yeah. Just keep
And
catching the ball.
Joe,
That's a point every
yeah,
time.
yeah, and Joe Flacco would just be like, "I don't care. it's Anquan Bolton. I don't care. Oh, I'm just gonna let him cook."
Yeah.
And so I just don't think it has that same kind of value that it does right now in the NFL. If a team was smart, they would make sure to get a Hakeem Butler because I think he's that style of player for sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just to validate your point, I'm looking at again, I'm new to this, but I'm pulling stuff up and I'm seeing that in 2024, he was averaging 14 and a half yards per catch. He's increased that to an average of 23.1 yards per catch in 2025. That's huge. And so he's a major deep threat. Um, you know, 9 touchdowns across 17 UFL games. Yeah. I mean, I can see just the yards per catch average going up by that much is a major indication that he might be ready for like you said, going back to the NFL.
I think he's well past his time. I thought he was well past his time last year, really. So in my mind, I think they're just missing out on a really good player. If the Cowboys got him, I would be pumping fist and getting excited. I'd be like,
Yeah.
we got him.
Where
Rob
would
could
you see him fitting in? Like, do you think he'd be
just
on the practice squad, on the special teams? Like, where are we putting him? Is he playing?
the quarterback's injured. Silvers
Uh-oh.
is out, by the way. Yeah, he hurt his left arm or right arm. So I guess it's going to be going back to Duggan. Oh, there you go.
Okay. Well,
Now
that
we got
settles
a
that.
fired up Duggan. Hey, we don't have to worry about that. Um, where would he be on the Cowboys? I don't know. He'd be the just third ranked quarterback or wide receiver on the
He'd probably
team.
play time. That's kind of what I was thinking. He'd probably get a little bit of play time at least. He's running most
Absolutely.
70%, something like that.
I would like a guy like that just he is capable of just being a big dog, but doesn't have to be 24/7. And I don't think he would want to be in the NFL. He just wants a spot. So
Yeah.
I think we're missing out on an opportunity to just get him in there. He has been a dominant force in the UFL, like a dominant one. This year, the only reason why
I
he
mean, I
hasn't
can
won some,
imagine if he's averaging 23 yards a catch.
you go up and go get it to him. And I think the thing that he struggled with this year is he was just injured. But outside of that, he was good. Like when he played, he was good.
Okay. Well, I'll be looking out for him then.
Yeah, keep an eye out
This
on him. Now, granted, I'm going to say there's some biases in this. I think he's my favorite wide receiver in the
Oh,
UFL. I just love him.
I'm sure you already saw that big hole that he just ran through. Who's
I
that,
sure
Jackson?
did. Yeah, Jackson's pretty good too.
Wow.
Woo. I'll tell you what, if the St. Louis Battlehawks cannot get this run, real quick before you're catching up on the drives here. My problem with the St. Louis Battlehawks is they play a nickel coverage, so they like to stay back and let the front four just take over.
Yeah.
And when the front four aren't taking over, they don't really scheme against that. And so what's happening here, in my opinion, is the DC defenders are running it down their throat and they're not adjusting to it at all.
Yeah, it looks like they're doing whatever they want to do.
Yeah. Yeah. And if the DC defenders are able to run it, this game is cooked. This thing is done because they can
You
run it
have to
all
wonder
day.
why they're not bringing another guy up or making a change to try and address that. I mean, I know you got to still defend all parts of the field, but they're getting gashed right now.
You're going to have to take your chance. Teamu can throw the big ball, and that's what he's really good at, but you just have to take your chance. I mean, you're down 26-12. What are we doing here?
Yeah, at some point it's time to let it rip, and let's see what we can make happen, because something's got to happen at some point.
Yeah,
preferably before we reach zeros.
And we're reaching zeros quickly.
Yeah.
But glad to have you on there, buddy.
It's been a good time. It's been a good time so far. This is fun. I'm enjoying watching some football where I can genuinely, it's high enough quality that I
buddy. Did I lose him? Cool. All right, hang on. I'm going to try to bring him back. Looks like we lost Tyler. Let's see if we can get him back here real shortly. He was giving a lot of input there, and didn't really work out. All right, guys, we're going to do this live. I'm going to try to get him back. Hang on. Hey, you're still live. I got you close to the mic. I'm looking at my screen and you're not there. What happened?
Wait, you can see me?
I can't see you.
Yeah, we just lost again. So, just a sec. I'm gonna make sure all the cats didn't just knock over my router or something. It should be pretty easy fix, but it might take a second to reset.
Okay, all right. So cats are responsible for this mayhem.
Most likely. I'm blaming Frankie. Let me see.
It's gonna be Frankie.
He is asleep in the sock basket next to the router. I have to believe he probably bumped it. And something happens.
Dude, you were giving such great insight too. That was the funniest part of that thing. I was like, all right, this is good. This is good. Tyler, where'd you go?
What was it?
I don't know. You're just making a good point.
Okay, well, I'll take it.
Hey, it's a private conversation. So the good news, I'm just joking. I was gonna just rip you, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that.
It's pretty good.
Let me show you let me show the world how I work with my real guests. Tyler, what the hell are you doing, dude?
Yeah, sorry. Are you still sending that?
Oh, we're still live, buddy. And I'm letting you know right now.
Wait, hold on.
You haven't clicked the link. You have to click the link.
Oh, no, sorry. She's looking at the modem.
Oh, was she in the middle of something?
No, she's just letting me know if the internet. She can see it from where she's sitting. Not yet. Oh, it might be coming back right now.
All right. Good old fashioned internet. So what are you running? AOL? What are you doing?
No, it's like a router for the Wi-Fi or something in the other room. And occasionally it's like stretched as far as the cord can go. And sometimes it gets moved and it like wiggles it out of place and it just stops working. Well,
buddy, when you get back, this game is going to be great because right now the DC Defenders scored another touchdown, making it 32-12. But hear me out. Hear me out.
Yeah, that sounds.
No. Okay, all right. But all the St. Louis Battlehawks have to do is they have to score another touchdown. Okay, easy.
As one does. Go on.
All right, and one stop, one fumble, and then before you know it, it'll be 19-32. Score another touchdown, and before you know it, It's 26-32. Now we got ourselves a game.
That sounds like it. So all you're saying is that if we can somehow score 2 more touchdowns, probably get a turnover or so, then we might have a game.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Well,
Oh God, they got the 1 point conversion. So 33-12. My apologies. They got the 1 point conversion.
Oof. So they don't even bother with the kick thing.
Kicking extra points?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no.
Is that
Not an option. Nope.
cool?
Not in this UFL. Not in this one.
Yeah, I am not getting the internet back. So is it not coming back yet? She just punched something. Maybe that's gonna make it through.
Punching is a great sign.
Oh! Don't punch nothing else. It just came back.
Internet?
I think it just came back. Okay. I'm in the studio. Here I come.
I don't see him. He says he's there. I'm not seeing him.
Hello.
Hey, buddy. You said you were entering the studio, but I don't see you, buddy.
I'm coming right now. Here.
Oh, there you are. All right, I'll stop freaking out. Hey, real quick, do an echo.
Echo.
Oh, you hung up. Damn it.
Oops.
I wanted to trip you out.
No, I said I was going to rejoin, and then I realized before I rejoined, if I didn't go to the fridge and get a bite of cookie dough, I wouldn't have any cookie dough for the foreseeable future. So
Emily would have taken it.
that was the holdup.
Yeah, you can't take that chance.
No, it's good. So
what are we gonna do without cookie
what would
dough?
we do? Yeah, it's edible. You can eat it. You can eat this cookie dough. They sell it that way.
Unlike the other cookie dough.
You're not supposed to eat that stuff.
What's your edible cookie dough?
That's why.
Is that an RFK approved cookie dough, or are you just?
This is Maha cookie dough. I swear to God.
Okay. All right. We're good.
So it's probably, well, we'll see.
So if Tyler gets cancer in the next two minutes,
then we'll know it was Maha cookie dough.
It was not the the other way around. It was not the Maha cookie dough. Dude, they fumbled. Oh, the Battlehawks got it back though. Okay.
Looks like Duggan's coming back in the game.
Well, it looks. Wow, you're
I'm sorry. I was joking. I'm not that far back.
While you were saying it, Duggan was actually entering the field on my screen. So I was like, okay, all right. He's there with it. Do you have the game on?
I do. I'm still pretty far behind you. This guy looks like a kicker. Is he a kicker?
The guy kicking the ball?
So they do kick.
Kickoffs, yes.
I knew that.
Yeah, there you go.
I forgot I had seen that, but
it's not that revolutionary.
Ooh. Okay, I am quite a ways behind you. I just now saw that fumble.
It's all right. It's all right. I was just gonna delay my reaction on everything. Yeah,
It'd be nice if you could pause, but you said you can't pause and delay it.
I couldn't. I tried. It won't let me pause it. But this is what we got here.
Yep.
So Duggan's going to be taking the ball, trying to get the St. Louis Battlehawks into contention. Let's see if he can pull it off. I'm saying, not knowing the foreseeable future for Tyler. Hey, it starts off super positive, though. I'll tell you that.
This is a really positive first couple of throws. And back at minute 14 and 43 seconds, it's really positive stuff happening for St. Louis.
Yeah. I don't want to disappoint you.
But
yeah, I don't want to disappoint you.
Then 14:27 happens, and then, well, let's just see.
Yeah, they're well. If I tell you,
that wasn't very good.
Yeah, in the future, if I told you there was a dilemma, would you think that would be good for the? Do you think this is?
I would assume that would be a bad thing.
Yeah, well,
dilemma. We don't want one
dilemma.
of those.
I think they chose poorly. Hey, seriously. Okay, so it's 4th and 4 right now. It's 12:48 or whatever, and it's gonna be close around that range.
12:48.
4th and 4? Do you punt it?
I'm at 3rd and 10. 4th and 4 in this situation. I don't think you do.
Yeah,
I don't think you do. Why are they punting?
They're punting.
God,
I don't agree with that.
no. Why? You're down. It's the playoffs. You're down by more points than you've scored. What are you waiting for? It's the 4th quarter. The clock's running.
Yeah, and I agree. And Anthony Beck, it's not like he needs to prove anything. He's a good coach. Everyone knows he's a good coach. So it's not like.
So what's the reason
I'm
to play conservative?
Yeah, like I'm not saving my job.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, like what are you doing?
Well, let's see if they get the ball back with enough time to do anything about it.
But they're not. They're playing
No, it doesn't look like it to me.
Crappy defense right now. I don't like their style of defense right now.
If I'm a St. Louis fan and my coach makes that call to punt right there, my coach just basically said, "Okay, I guess we're not going to win this season." That's how I feel about that. That's the kind of call that he just made. Like, how do you punt right there? You just going to give up?
Pretty much. I mean, that's what I got. In 4th and 4, they have a lot of little play packages they can run. You know, you have Duggan over there. You don't have to throw it. You could actually run the ball. You could do a zone read option. You could do plenty of other little things. Maybe a quick out route, a screen, a lot of options.
I'll acknowledge, of course, they've got to weigh in the fact that they're very close to their own end zone. And if it doesn't go well, then you know what happens. But, I mean, at this point, what is it? 33-12, 30-something to 12. I mean, what? Okay, it's 40-12 now. We were going to lose anyway. Let's do something about it.
Yeah, I disagree with that call. I disagree with that.
Yeah,
my Madden instincts tell me get the controller and just call the play emotionally and angry, and just come up with something. Like I'm just tired of losing. I'm tired of my team not getting there.
Right.
I'm gonna find a way to get in.
You know what? It's time. It's time to just stop caring what happens if I mess up.
Yeah. Just because I'm losing, but then again, my job's not on the line in Madden. But I don't think Anthony Beck. I think you're fine, dude. You'll have control of the team. Like you're fine. You're good. I just think the DC defenders are pretty good. So far, watching both games, what are you thinking? Which team do you think is better, Michigan Panthers or the DC defenders?
Let's see.
I know the internet got
honestly.
cut out from you.
Yeah, I would say just from what I've seen, I think the Panthers had a lot better showing today. But that's because they had to show more. I mean, we're not really seeing this team. This is in the bag for them. I don't know that we're seeing what they're capable of right now, and that they're it's. I'm not saying it's an easy win, but we'd see a lot more if this was a close game. So to me, I think the Panthers had the better showing, but that's not to say that this team couldn't show out just as hard if they had to.
Yeah, and I think they were playing against a better defense too. And I just don't think this is a matchup well for the St. Louis Battlehawks. I think they had a good year, but they've had a lot of problems, and the problems are starting to rear their ugly heads against the DC defenders here.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, I thought the defenders were going to smash them. And I thought the Michigan Panthers were just cut above the Stallions. So I would say the Stallions, it looked like a little bit more of a crisp football game too. I think this is looking more, I don't know.
I was going to say, if I had to make a judgment call, I did kind of sit on the fence there by, not really answering your question. But if I had to make a judgment call, I would say that the cleaner football was in the earlier game.
Yeah, it just looked like good football on both ends where the Battlehawks. I mean, we'll see if they get a stop here. That'd be huge, but they're running out of options. They're in some bad shape here. This isn't good. We'll see. But they have a good wide receiver, Hakeem Butler. You got that going for you. Yeah. Which is nice.
It is nice. Okay, I'm done with my cookie dough now. Sorry. It was worth it. Don't worry. Regardless what your viewers think, it was worth it.
Nope. Yeah. Oh. Man. Oh, geez, you didn't see that call. Did you get to the penalty?
No, I just watched a running play.
Yeah, well, that running play I think goes pretty poorly for them.
Yeah, it wasn't great. It was 4 or 5 yards.
Yeah. Wait till you get to the penalty. Yeah, it's not good.
All right. We're about to see exactly how far behind I am, because I'm going to probably have the same reaction.
Dude, this bums me out. I thought we'd actually have a pretty good football game here, but it looks like St. Louis is being, they weren't ready for this.
Yeah.
It's a good call. There's nothing wrong with the call, but
a little juvenile.
Off the Battlehawks, you think?
It looked like it to me, but I didn't, just first watch. The only one I saw push was one of the Battlehawks, and that's the personal foul. Yeah,
just bad.
But it looks like, oh man, yeah, I just saw the slow motion replay where you can see him grabbing the face mask.
I mean, it's a good call. You can't argue the call. Face mask.
Yeah, that wasn't the part that I had seen in the first. I saw him push him off, so I didn't even see that. Yeah, definitely a good call. Not the kind of thing you want to see interrupting a fourth quarter playoff drive, but
no.
But here we are.
Here we are, 33-12 with 8 minutes left, and this isn't looking good. Yeah. Won't be just defeating. Just so defeating for the Battlehawks right now. Man, this is a bad way for their season to end, too. They had a really good year, and this is how it ends.
What were the high points?
I mean, but just constant winning. That was it. I've never liked
a good high point.
I actually
you're talking about football teams, that's a good high point.
My biggest thing with them is they had Manny Wilkins back then before Duggan, and I think they had a very exciting offense. And then since Duggan took over, it just wasn't exciting, but they can run the ball really well. And they just found their way on top of big games. I mean, so it worked out for them. Their defense is pretty good, but I never liked Anthony Beck's style though. I never liked that nickel formation and just keep the 4 defenders play soft.
Yeah.
I'm never a fan of that. So it worked because he had a lot of talent on the defense, but I don't know. I mean, if you're a good team, you could beat it, and it looks like the DC defenders are finding a good way to beat it.
Yeah, I was gonna say it just doesn't look like St. Louis has any answers for this team right now, offensively or defensively. And maybe that's maybe I'm being a little short-sighted with saying that the cleaner game earlier might have had the better two teams, because this is clearly a dominant performance by the DC defenders. So
yeah, and the DC defenders have an interesting defense because they're a high-risk, high-reward defense. That team will blitz on you like no other, but they probably realized pretty quickly into this game.
Take fate into your own hands. Go for it. Why not?
Yeah, it's the equivalent of we're big ping pong players, so it's the equivalent of the high top spin guy that says the only way I'm going to win or lose is because of me. Like, not
the only
you.
way I'm losing is if you get me to hit a backhand.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah.
I'm standing over here.
Yeah, I'm gonna top spin that mother trucker, and you're just gonna have to deal with it. And if it goes out, it goes out. I don't care. And that's the kind of defensive style that they have that works. It works, but the answer to it is quickly you just run the ball on them, and they're in some trouble. And they're not a good running defense either. So early in this game, it looked like the St. Louis Battlehawks got a little behind. They're now having to pass the ball. And I think they're in some trouble because now you're in a no-choice situation where you have to pass the ball. And you don't want to do that against this team when they can just pin their ears back and just say, have at it with the quarterback. Let's have fun.
Yeah, they've been forced to play pretty two-dimensional here.
Yeah. Yeah, and then not a good situation for the St. Louis Battlehawks. But we'll see. We'll see if they could pull through or do something. I'm even trying to get my optimism going. I have much less this game than the
You're
previous
usually pretty good at that. You're usually really good at that.
Try to find something. There's always something.
There's always some way they can come around and pull it off. But yeah, this one's looking a little done.
Yeah. Let me. Hold on. Yeah, there it is. All right, Tyler. Did I lose the camera?
No, you're still here. Sorry.
But anyway, Tyler, let me run through all the ways.
Oh yeah,
do this.
yeah. This is gonna be great.
I got to go back a couple pages.
Sorry, she keeps trying to walk on my keyboard.
Dude. Did we try to throw to Hakeem Butler yet? Did we already try that?
I'm about 2 minutes behind you by my latest reckoning. I don't think so, but maybe in the last 2 minutes that I haven't seen.
All right, let me just turn it.
You're thinking we should try throwing to Hakeem Butler? Is what it sounds like.
Okay, what about what about kneeling it? Have we tried that? Does that work?
Everything but.
Pump
Everything
fake?
but.
Do we have? I got pump fake in here.
Pump fakes. Those are good. Did we try? I have here Butler. just it number one Butler, and then number two, and then there's nothing there. I guess I didn't finish, but it seemed like it was good enough.
What about blocking to prevent the quarterback from getting sacked? Did we try that?
You know, I mean, to me, it's oh, I
Because I
you
have
knew
it on my
about
list.
this. You knew about this. I just saw the fumble, the kickoff return fumble.
Hey, by the
They're
way,
having
shout
a
out.
messy. I mean, I know I'm a little behind, but this is a messy fourth quarter for the Battlehawks here. Go on, sorry.
For sure. Hey, you'll notice on the screen here, there's going to be this big white bald-headed guy that they actually show over there. That's the offensive coordinator for the Battlehawks. That guy is Colombo. Do you remember Colombo?
Yeah, he was on our offensive line, Mark Colombo.
Yep. Yeah, Mark Colombo is
Great
the
Cowboys offensive lineman. I bet he made a good offensive coordinator.
No, he's in the
Okay,
UFL.
well, he made a good offensive lineman for the Cowboys, and that's good enough for me. But
yeah, he's the no, I'm sorry, the offensive lineman coach. I should say the offensive lineman coach for the UFL.
for the Battlehawks or for the Defenders.
Battlehawks for the Battlehawks. Yeah, they got Mark Colombo, and the only thing
there he is. I see him. I recognize him.
Yeah, now you got him.
Yeah.
It's just funny when I saw him because I was complaining about him to Rob one time, and I'm like, how do you like Rob? Why do you think I know who the hell Mark Colombo is? Like he was a cowboy, wasn't he, Nick? Yep, he was a cowboy.
Yep.
Little.
Fair bet. Safe bet.
Yeah.
You know, it seems to me that the Battlehawks would have a lot more success if they didn't have to run 12 yards backwards before they threw the ball each time.
That'll benefit you, dude.
That pocket seems to collapse pretty far in the wrong direction pretty often. Oh, there's a batted ball.
Okay, we got a big play coming up that you're gonna to get some back in this thing. Yeah, that's a huge play. Holy crap. Okay. They're in contention now, buddy.
Don't spoil me. I'm just kidding. What happened?
There's just a big
Wait, did you say they're in contention? It's still 36-12 with 6 minutes left.
Yeah.
Let me see this big
believing,
play.
bro.
Come on.
First steps believing.
Oh. Okay. Is that a horse collar as well?
Yeah, you're seeing it now, bro.
Okay.
You're seeing it now. Now, what you're not seeing is the fact that they tried to run it. It didn't go well.
I wasn't familiar with your game. I'm sorry.
You're nailing it now. Now we're talking. All right. So now you go for 3.
Okay, so just running it into the end zone touchdown without the extra points, that's still 6. I'm paying enough attention. Still 6. Okay,
nothing changes there.
So you can get up to 9 points. So if they're at 12, I got to do quick maths here. 21, 30. Oh, so yeah, it's still a 3-score game, but with the onside kick rule thing, I could see this maybe with the position. Look, they're right here. I mean, they might have already scored, but
nope. I'm watching that right now.
Yeah, that first goal didn't go too good. I'm guessing second didn't go good either.
Well, I think they're going to score. I think they're going to score a touchdown.
I mean, they bet if they don't score here, they might as well just take off their cleats.
Pack it up, pack it in. Let's get out of here.
It's now or never. They're not going to have time for 3 scores if they don't do something now. They barely have. I'm pushing it to make an argument for it as it is.
I get into an argument with Rob all the time on this with Max Duggan. I'm like, I'm just not big on him, man. He reminds me of Tim Tebow.
Yeah.
You know, like I love him. I'll cheer for him. You know,
Yeah.
root for the best of him. But I don't want him on my team ever. Don't get him on my team.
No, hold on. You didn't say we were talking about whose team he was going to be on. No, he's a nice guy. He can play Cleveland or something, you know, like Miami. I don't care. Go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, but that's a flag. Who's the flag on? Okay, the defenders aren't happy about that. Is this going to be a new set of downs here, right at the goal line?
Time. They're running out of time. Holy crap!
It's not going to matter too much if. Yeah.
Oh, it's not good.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god! I wish you were up my level. Oh no.
Yeah, we'll have to figure this out for next time, but
yeah, not good. Not good. No, you know, another one that kind of reminds me of that is Jameis Winston now. You know, I love Jameis Winston. I'd root for, Lord bless me away from these pick sixes. I love that quote.
Yeah, he's really exciting to watch. He's fun to watch.
Yeah, and he's funny too. But whatever one about the Cowboys? No. God, no.
Okay,
that was
it's second and goal where I'm at, but there's 3 minutes left, guys. Why are we letting the clock run?
I don't know, dude.
And we continue to run the ball, even though this team has given up. They gave up back at 8 minutes left. What's that?
I think they're conceding. They're just accepting their fate.
Massive respect for knowing when you're not good enough, but like with respect, you're not good enough unless you win. So keep trying. Like I don't respect the coaching decisions here. This has been an implosion.
Yeah, 100%. I am all the 4th and 4. Go for it.
And just continuing to run the ball, the penalties. I mean, there's been all kinds of mess all over the place here.
100%. Yeah, I think Anthony Beck's just, dude. And you know the cards that you have, like they're not a good. I'm sorry, like I get your situation, but you got no choice. You have to work with it. Oh my god, woo, that was nice. That's what I like about Duggan.
Something to look forward to.
Yeah, you'll be excited about that. But Duggan ended up scoring a touchdown by the end of it on the 4th down.
Oh, good.
Risky call.
But 4 of the 6 remaining minutes to do it.
Yeah, they only have
first and goal for that long. No, I mean, I'm trying to nope. Just they keep running it. Like I mean, I know that was a pass, but I mean they kept running it. They had 6 minutes when they got down here. Where did the clock go? What have you done?
Nothing good. And and then when you get to the touchdown, then you're going to see their response too. Which
has to be it. It's 4th and goal.
Yeah, you'll actually be shocked though. That's respectable, huh?
Still waiting. Sorry. I am so far behind you. Here we go. Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, good quick touch and go.
Now, what if I told you they would just go for 2? Oh my god, I'm so upset with the Battlehawks right now.
Okay. Let me open my calculator. I'm having a hard time doing mental math right now.
Maybe we're the idiots.
I think I'm the one that has the problem here. Okay, so we have 18 after that 6. So we need, we're halfway there. We need another 18 points. We need 9 and 9 to tie. Why would we get?
Actually, going for one at least solves that.
That 2-point attempt didn't go well.
It's all right.
So, can you pull your journal back out and just go over the win conditions one more time? Are there
Hang
any
on,
left for us, Nick?
I'm out of options, man. They threw it to Hakeem, at least. They followed that one.
Yeah, and we got a
Doug-
good running touchdown for Duggan, but I mean, yeah, that was.
Yeah.
If your coach is throwing in waving the white flag at 8, 9, 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter just because you're down by a few scores, especially in a league like this where you got a 25% chance of keeping the ball after you score, why are you doing that? Who should be happy? Like, argue that it's conservative if you want to, but like, what's conservative about playing to lose?
Yeah,
I'm
like,
sorry.
so
I would be so pissed if I was a fan of this team right now.
Who's running this? Jason Garrett?
Honestly, that's kind of this is my Cowboys Jason Garrett era stuff coming out. You're seeing it surface. This is repressed.
It's kicking up again. Yeah. I remember when Mike McCarthy took over and everyone was mad at him for going for it on fourth down too much. I'm like, dude, are we sure we're mad at him?
Yeah,
Like, are we
you know what?
sure?
At least we're trying to win. Maybe maybe it's dumb sometimes, but at least we're trying all the time.
I'll take that chance. I'll
Yeah,
take the fourth down
exactly.
chances. Forget about it. Oh my God. I will
Wow.
take fourth down over. I'll take the overly aggressive coach, and I will apologize for him over the unapologetic conservative coach.
Yeah.
Bore me to
Absolutely.
death with
I
those
mean,
guys.
because at least you've got somebody that's trying to come up with some way to win, fighting with everything they've got, right? Even if they had the
Yeah.
wrong logic, at least they had an idea. They were trying something. Like, yeah, it didn't work out, but give me that guy over somebody that's not trying anything.
I will apologize all day for that guy. I will
Yeah.
do it all day. I'll go, hey, you know what? If you actually look at the math, it would have worked out and if you got the first down. But he didn't. And I'm gonna be like, well, it made sense,
Right.
Then you get the punt on 4th and 1 and your own 40 that Jason Garrett did that one time in overtime, and I was just like, fire him, get rid of him. Like, I can't do that.
You're bringing up too many bad memories all at once.
Oh,
I'm gonna get a complex. This is
yeah.
this is unworked through things that I need to. I mean, these are some seriously deep-seated issues. Like, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to like be a complete person if I don't work through these
You-
things, you know?
Do you hear what
Jason
you're doing,
Garrett
St.
was a
Louis
hard time.
Battlehawks? You're destroying Tyler right now. Do you see what you're doing, St. Louis Battlehawks? Do you see?
I'm projecting right now onto you my feelings as a Cowboys fan, but in a way that's bringing us together. We have a connection, Battlehawks, because you and I, we're the same. We're really the same person.
Give an idiot that's
We're the
good.
person who's been ruined by bad coaching too many times. We're better than this. We deserve better.
Yep.
Tell them, Nick. Tell them they deserve better.
I think they do. Yeah, the fan base is great. By the way, the St. Louis Battlehawks actually show up like 40,000 fans.
You're
every
kidding.
Year. Yeah, they average, I think,
That's one of the hottest
35,000.
markets for this. What are they doing?
Oh, they love it, but this is what we get right now, man. I think they got plagued with injuries this year, though, so I'm not gonna. It happens. It just sucks.
Yeah, I mean,
sucks.
yeah. I won't keep harping on this, but I mean just the injuries is one thing, but throw the ball, try something, speed it up. Don't waste the clock. These don't have anything to do with injuries.
Yeah, you're right about that. You have no control over it, but Jesus, dude, lose by 50. It doesn't make a difference. Just do everything in your power to make sure that they can get on the winning side of this.
Yeah.
And I don't think they will. I don't think they will.
Well, it looks like we're headed towards the Defenders and the Panthers next week. Is if I'm assuming correctly that it's next week.
Yeah, it should be really good. And by the way, if you want to join us for that, Tyler, more than welcome to, buddy. If you're having fun with these.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why I wouldn't enjoy watching some more football.
Yeah,
I mean, this has been for all intents and purposes a terrible game. Like there's not been much competition here, but this is still fun to watch and an enjoyable level of quality. So I mean,
I don't think Rob's going to be able to join us because it's his wife's birthday, but I do think we'll probably get Reed out there. Reed, who likes to watch and help us edit the show, so he'll be joining us.
Awesome.
I'm pretty confident in that at least. So we'll get a good show. Hopefully it's on. I think it's going to be on Fox too, so we'll have to figure that out beforehand. But
okay. No, it'll be fun to get another knowledgeable voice in because as much as my random questions can provide filler, I'm sure your audience wants to hear people who know what they're talking about, not just me ask questions. But
well, they're not getting it from me. I'll tell you that.
Well, we're really counting on you, Reed. So thanks for editing. If you could just do something about this. I know I move a lot, but if you could just thanks.
Just fix it.
What? That's up to Reed. I don't know. I don't know. If I knew what to do, it would be fixed.
Just turn me into Brad Pitt, will you?
Sure. Reed, if you like Brad Pitt, go that direction. Whatever you want to do. I trust you. I trust your. I've never met you. I trust your judgment. I'll meet you next week. It'll be fun. It's like, man, I really don't want to go.
You scared him off, Tyler.
He's not coming now.
No, probably not. But yeah, we'll do a live broadcast, not a live broadcast, but a regular broadcast, regular podcast with me and Rob discussing the ending of these games. I have to tell you, hoping for more entertainment, but the last one was entertaining. I'll give them that. But
oh yeah,
this one,
both have been entertaining. All the teams performed well. I mean, I complain about the coaching, but the teams performed well. We got to see some good plays, some good football. What do you think's more likely next week? Do we see DC run over the Panthers like they ran over the Battlehawks today, or do we see a pretty hotly contested game like we saw earlier this afternoon?
I would definitely predict a hotly contested game because the one strong suit that the Michigan Panthers have is they don't allow the run to just cram down their throat like this game.
Yeah.
So I just don't think they're going to allow that kind of play. But credit to the DC Defenders too; they don't like that either. So it's just going to come down to quarterback play, I think. And you're dealing with Te'amu, and you're dealing with. Yeah, Bryce Perkins. These are two really good quarterbacks. I like Bryce Perkins 10 times more than Te'amu. I just always had he's my guy, I guess. But he knows how to scramble a little bit better. Te'amu can run the football, but I don't know if he can, that what do you call it? The Tony Romo instincts, right? The guy that just
that sixth sense that somebody's about to tackle you from the place you can't see.
Yeah, I don't think Te'amu has that like Bryce Perkins has. So I think Bryce Perkins should be able to shock this team and get some big plays off. My prediction is pretty clear. I know this is a little early before the podcast, but I would go the Michigan Panthers are probably going to win that game, and it's going to be a good one, much more exciting than this one. But in the end, I would put my money on Bryce Perkins over Te'amu. for sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say it sounds like by your assessment it comes down to quarterback play, and if we're putting it down to quarterback play, what I saw today out of Bryce Perkins was pretty impressive. I didn't get to see a lot out of Teamu. What I saw was good, but I've seen play under pressure from Perkins, and I liked what I saw there too. So for what it's worth, I agree. I would bet on not not gambling advice. I have to remember who I'm talking to here. We're on the internet. Hi,
No,
internet.
gamble. I actually say
I'm
put
not.
your life
You can
savings.
give
No,
gambling
I'm saying
advice.
it. Put your life savings away and put it all on Perkins, and you're gonna win a lot of money, big money, huge money. It's gonna come your way.
I do what you want. I think the Michigan team is going to win.
If you're taking gambling advice from a random X account, that's on you guys. That's on you.
You know what?
So,
That's fair. That is fair.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't take gambling advice. I mean,
I'm not saying don't.
If he's not. If they're here, they've been here for the whole second half of this game listening to us talk. They should know better.
Yeah.
They know that we don't know what we're talking about.
You should.
I mean, at least in gambling stuff. Come on.
Business is different. Okay. So, guys, go with me. Listen to me. Gambling, 100%. Put it all on the line. Don't be weak. Okay. Don't be weak.
This sounds really convincing. I'm in. I'm in. I wasn't sold, and now I'm. Yeah. Tell me where to put my money.
Yeah, you're gonna have to explain that to your wife later. But it's okay. It's all right.
She said, "What money?"
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Does she want to win or not? Does she want to win or not?
That's the question. That's the question you really have to ask yourself: is do you want to win or not?
Yeah.
So,
all right.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, nothing. I was just gonna say, all kidding aside. Hey, Tyler, do you have a channel? Do you want to plug with the 18 viewers? I actually do know you have a YouTube channel, but it has nothing to do with UFL football. I do want to say
nothing at all. Nothing at all to do with this. And I appreciate it. If anyone's interested, I'm Infinite Nuance Studios on YouTube, and I've made a bunch of video game lo-fi remixes. So. From like retro video games. So if you're into that, Infinite Nuance Studios. I'm also on Blue Sky if you're interested in psychology and cognitive research. Same name. I'm posting my stuff there. So
yeah. So give Tyler a follow if you're ever interested in other subjects or you're entertained by like the things that he was saying. So yeah, glad to have you on there, bud. This is fun. And of course, if you are interested in UFL Homer Hour, it's just called UFL Homer Hour. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on, do we say Twitter? X, formerly known as Twitter. And then YouTube as well. Those are big channels. We also have an Instagram too. Rob controls that account. So if you ever are interested in reaching out to us that way, feel free to. But yeah, we will have a live broadcast on for the championship game. My goal is to at least have Tyler or Reed on, and we could actually just analyze that game as it goes on. And please just tune in, follow us, and try to stay entertained. So let's go UFL, and let's go UFL championship. And my prediction ultimately is going to be. I think the Panthers are going to pull it off, but should be a good game either way, right?
It looks like it's setting up to be one. Yeah, I think I'm looking forward to it. Actually, I'm starting to think about getting snacks and stuff together for the game next week. So I'm starting to even plan it like it's an NFL Sunday thing. So you've already won me over a little bit here.
Hell yeah, that's the goal. I was just like trying to get anyone into UFL football. It's real, it's a thing, and it's entertaining. So I'm glad you were able to join us. And please, hey guys, let's get some more fans out there, all right? Because clearly it's a good product and it's very entertaining. Mm-hmm. So Even if you're just a UFL fan, find someone else to get an interest towards it. Do whatever you can to help the product because we don't want this thing to die. So appreciate you guys. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time. And Tyler, don't leave yet.
I'll hang out this time.
Okay.
I heard I love